and why we are being mandated by the world around us to tag into this phenomenon. And after defining what it is, we will tear it apart. Check how meaningful the essence. We will check the indices of what importance it will be to us if we leverage on technology. Is it truly worth it? Then we will all decide together if it is worth venturing into, and if it is something that will actually help our society. Are we here? So, great techies, technological innovation is daily becoming ultra advanced. The tone of life is changing by microseconds. The tech touch is on every fabric of life. Day-to-day experiences resonate with the clangor of technology, either through personal experience or through the media around us. There are satellites, drones, mobile phones, artificial intelligence, robotics, virtual reality, internet, 3D printing, robotics, a lot of blockchains. Even, I know as you are here, we are all in touch with technology. It's either you are holding your phone, or you are looking at a projection on the board, or your neighbor is, look, from waking up to retiring to bed, we are surrounded, we are immersed in technology. The popular maxim, the world has become a global village, resonates around this technology. And it is accelerated, developed, and leveraged all in technology. Now, in recent years, technology has witnessed an unprecedented and untrammeled growth. It has turned our lives round. We live technology. We speak technology. We behave technology. Now, suffice to say that apart from God, the prime mover who created the world in his infinite mercy, the next thing that has given man luxury and convenience is technology. Through technology, man has explored the deepest part of creation, including our world, the firmament, the outer space. Every sector has felt the impact of technological advancement, and this clearly indicates the importance of technology in every aspect of our lives. Now, in today's fast-changing world, of course, orchestrated by technology, the way we work, communicate, solve complicated issues are all embedded in technology. Technical proficiency, therefore, and digital literacy, more importantly, have become an integral part of our lives. What exactly is this technology? You know, we teachers, we have a problem. You come to class to teach a child a simple day-to-day thing. What is an egg? You will begin the theoretical aspect. The egg is that which has two components, the albumen and the yolk. The albumen is watery in color, but when cooked, it is whitish. The yolk is yellowish. And the student will do what? You will be copying notes as if you've never seen an egg before. And you will be cramming the note as if you've never eaten an egg before. So right now, we are talking technology. And you all are looking at the professor who is talking technology, as if technology is something from the moon. Technology is the phone you are holding, the car you came with, the board, the projection on the board, the video call. All these are technology. So when we say, what is technology? What can technology do? Let us know that we are just reliving what we see every day, what we feel every day, and what we act every day. So what can technology do? Number one, technology can give us superfluous competence. In the business world, the optimum target of every organization is to achieve the goal of maximizing their output while reducing their input. Leveraging on technology becomes the optimum game changer here. To achieve this true automation, the automation process is a repetitive, it shelves the repetitive and the redundant and makes everything faster for output. Number two, accelerated decision making. And number three, technology can be cost effective. Number four, technology has viable advantages. In today's day and age, when organizations compete neck to neck, technology can be one aspect that empowers one to outdo the other people. Number five, technology amplifies invention. And this amplification of invention is where we will anchor this speech. Now, before we begin to talk about how do we leverage technology, let us look at the categories of technology. Is it just technology? Does it have types? Does it have shape or shades? Yes, there are categories of technological innovations and practices. The first one is the one we call the semi-radical technology. Semi-radical technology builds up the technological knowledge that already exists. However, it aims to improve the already existing knowledge in ways that brings about innovation. For instance, the smartphone, some of us buy the smartphone not just to make calls with it, but to rediscover some other, maybe positive, maybe negative ways of using the phone. So that is the semi-radical. When you procure this technological equipment and then find out other ways of using it. The second one is disruptive technology. Of course, you know what it means when something is disruptive. Disruptive technology is a whole new innovation in specific areas which disrupts an existing technology by making innovation more accessible. That is the disruptive, brand new. Then, like Apple, from time to time, we have new innovations. Somebody will say, this one is Samsung, this is Apple, this is Nokia. These are disruptive technologies, bringing out brand new things. Then, the third one, which is the last, is the incremental technology. So how many types, how many categories have I mentioned? Number one, semi-radical technology. Wow. Number two, and number three, God bless my soul, I am a good teacher. That's why you were able to answer. But when we were in the College of Education, our teacher taught us that when the student has not learned, the students have not, when the students have not learned, the teacher has not taught. Please don't go back and tell your teachers that you got an F because they did not teach. After all, in your class, somebody must have made an A. So, the last one is the incremental technology. Incremental technology seemingly is similar to semi-radical technology. It differs from it in a sense that it focuses on making smaller innovations to the already existing technological aspects. However, the smaller innovations contribute to significant improvement. That is why we call it the incremental technology. So, beloved students, first, we have tried to look at technology. Then, we have asked ourselves, what can it do? Then we have also determined the three categories. So, how then do we leverage technology for the growth of Africa? We are going to consider if technology will actually make a good impact to our society, to you and I, if it is worth venturing into, if it is going to push our society to progressivism, if angling to join this global market can do us a world of good. That is what we are going to look at before we conclude. So, creating the future of Africa through leveraging on technology. You see, according to the Department of Economics and Social Affairs of the United Nations, African nations rank among the least developed countries. That's the LDCs that we've been mentioning. Now, these are low-income countries, and there are 46 countries listed as LDCs, and most of them are African countries. Now, United Nations is of the opinion that leveraging on technology could actually pull these LDCs up, could bring them to the forefront of the global market. And that, of course, is what every other society is yearning for, to stand firm, to meet, to make their march, to make their words, to make their lives felt at the global market. Now, who are these LDCs, and why should we be categorized as LDCs? You don't just look at a person and stereotype him. Say, this person looks like a rogo. Like some of our law enforcement agencies will see some of your students with dreadlocks and big chains and say, oh boy, this one, na them. That's somebody minding his business. They will quickly stereotype. So how? Did they just stereotype us, the African nations, as LDCs? They gave certain criteria for classifying certain countries as least developed. Number one, low income. A 3-year average of gross national income per capita that is under 1,018 US dollars. And then for you at graduation, if you are paid anything less than 1,222 US dollars in any job you have been employed to do, it means your country is under the LDCs. Number two, a composite human asset index, HAI, based on a percentage of population of undernourished, mortality rate for children aged 5 years and under, the secondary school enrollment ratio, and the adult literacy rate. So when the GNI, the gross national income, and the HAI, the human asset index, come under bar, the country or the nation is classified as LDC. Number 3, a composite economic vulnerability index. When the EVI, this is based on population size, remoteness, merchandise, exports, concentrate, share of agriculture, forestry, fishery, and so on and so forth. That is why the chief servant of Anambra State will always say, we want to get to the lowest class, for we are determined, our progress is determined by our lowest level. Are we here? So, they did not just classify African nations as least developed. There are indices. And through these 3 indices, the GNI, the HAI, and the EVI, classifies nations as either least developed, about to develop, or not developed. I don't know if there is I don't know what you're projecting. There is a chart there. Scientific invention and innovation. Are you there? Are you projecting the chart? Oh, tell it not in that. I didn't even look back. There's a chart I am waiting for. Yes. Technology in Africa is hindered by a lot of factors, but one huge factor: economics. Economy. The econometrics of our day-to-day lives. How much are we worth in the commercial market? It makes technology a thing of the upper class, because technology, for you to leverage on technology, you must be financially equipped. You will have the wherewithal to venture into technology. And that is where your being here today matters. For a man has decided that technology must be brought to the grassroots in his state. Professor Charles Chukwubansoludo, CFR, decided to make Anambra State a hub of technological innovations. And that is what we are celebrating this week. Can we give this man a round of applause? So he has countered this graph on the board by saying that technology should not be a thing of the upper class. His intent is to place technology at the doorsteps of every child in Anambra State. And that also is where the SID comes into place. The essence of the SID is to equip every single child in Anambra State, every single child, irrespective of class, irrespective of ethnic group, irrespective of, provided you are domiciled in Anambra, his intent is to bring technology to your doorstep. What challenges does the world face, especially the LDCs, when it comes to leveraging on technology? Remember once more, all of us in this hall, we are on a journey. First, we want to dissect technology. So how are we involved? We have defined technology, what it is, categories of technology, to what extent it can help humanity. Now we want to talk about the challenges. For somehow, somewhere, at certain levels, there must be a bottleneck that will prevent you and I from getting the full benefit of technology. Insufficient educational infrastructure prevents African nations from acquiring, from leveraging on technology. They said Africa lacked the necessary backbone for the educational programs in very basic ways. They lack textbooks, electricity, and a lot of modern things that will make the school conducive for learning. But here in Anambra State, in our little corner of the world, the chief servant decided that the schools in Anambra State will be moved to top-notch schools. He inexorably and systematically unknotted the problems in our education system. And today, he is moving for the upgrading and upscaling of infrastructures in the state. Remember, we are talking about Anambra State, not even a nation. And this man is moving to make sure that the infrastructure in our schools are top-notch. Another problem African nations may have is the lack of affordable education. This is one of the factors crippling the leveraging of technology and innovation in Africa. That is poverty. But here in Anambra State, again, the chief servant of Anambra State decided that education must be placed at the doorsteps of every child. He gave a holistic, free, and compulsory education for all the children in all the public schools. Can we give this man a round of applause? Remember, we are trying to analyze why African nations are being crippled technology-wise. But here, in our little corner of the world in Anambra State, the chief servant of the state is making moves to institute what whole nations could not. Yes, in Anambra State, again, we have the least number of out-of-school children. Every child in Anambra State has the opportunity of going to school. Brain drain. You see, most African countries could not retain their educated individuals because they cross the borders. The salaries are not worthwhile. The environment is hostile. Entrepreneurship is zero. So, brain drain is another problem hindering Africa from progressing technologically. For most of our learned people are taken by the developed world to keep developing themselves. But here again in Anambra State, the chief servant of Anambra State decided in his philosophies, in his mission, he decided to make Anambra State a hub of technology and innovation. He decided that Anambra State will not be a departure lounge. He decided that he is systematically recreating a state where people will come home and travel out at leisure. That's migrating will be out of pleasure, not out of necessity. Are we here in this hall? Great Nigerian students, do I still have your attention? Conclusion. Essentially, this paper has explored the import of technology in development of Africa. All of us, we have together come to an agreement that technology is a catalyst for development of Africa. We have also concurred that technology in African countries is crucial for their overall development. And together again, we have sought to understand the challenges of the advancement of technology. And having x-rayed the essential challenges, we have all concluded that by identifying the obstacles faced by these countries, leaders, policymakers can design effective strategies to bridge the digital divide and promote sustainable development, just as the Chief Servant of Anambra State, Professor Charles Chukwuma Soludo, CFR, is bringing solution to every aspect of life in Anambra. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please another round of applause for Professor Ngozi Chumaude, the Commissioner of Education, for such a fantastic opening speech. Now, very emphatically, just like she has mentioned, we'd like to acknowledge our chief host, the Governor of Anambra State, Professor Chukwuma Charles Soludo, for all the work he has done for innovation and for businesses and for individuals in the state. A round of applause for our esteemed governor. Thank you very much. Now, our governor is walking through a certain office. Now, this lady is our host. She's our convener. She's the brain behind this fantastic, innovative idea. Ladies and gentlemen, please, a round of applause for the special advisor to the governor on innovation and business incubation, Ms. Chinwe Okoli. A round of applause. Thank you. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Ms. Chinwe. Sit down. I never did call you. I'm just acknowledging you. A round of applause for Ms. Chinwe. Ever active, ever ready to get on it. Let's acknowledge the presence of the Impact Monitoring and Learning Analyst, UNDP Nigeria. Also, someone you'll be hearing from today, Mr. Nwokolo Chiedu. Is he here? A round of applause, please, for Mr. Nwokolo Chiedu. Thank you so much. Another person you'll be hearing from today who has joined us, the Chief Technological Officer, 3G's Global Connection. Please welcome Happiness Akabike. Thank you for joining us. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of an esteemed commissioner. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome, oh, it's not a commissioner, it's an honorable, the member representatives, the good people of Idemili South. Please welcome Honorable Ebuka Igwe. Thank you so much for joining us, Honorable. Please welcome Mr. Ima Onyilofo, the DG SCE. Is he here with us? Thank you so much for joining us. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome Ms. Chinwe, who apparently has just vanished. Ebeka, Ms. Chinwe Jebesi. Well, Ms. Chinwe is supposed to give us a focused talk on the topic that says careers in tech, exploring roles and paths. Ms. Chinwe, we're ready to have you now for the focused talk on careers in tech, exploring roles and paths. A very brief focused talk from the special advisor to the governor on innovation and business incubation. Ladies and gentlemen, please a round of applause for Ms. Chinwe Okoli. Let's strut the runway. Should we go into modeling? Or Kennedy?
Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So, the honorable member representing the good people of Idemili constituency, thank you for being here, sir. And I saw the Director General of C, the Office of the Strategy, Execution and Evaluation. Thank you for joining us again, sir. And so permit me to please stand on the already established protocol. And I could see great Nigerian students in the hall. Great Nigerian students. You guys are responding like you drank only water this morning. Great Nigerian students. You know today is your day, right? Today is your day, so it's Career Conference Day. This is the day 2 of the Anambra Innovation Week. And today is designed with you in mind. Everything that is going to be happening today, from the focus talk to the panel session, as you could see, the Commissioner for Education opened the session with a keynote, and the rest of the panel that is going to happen, even the one that is coming right on, is focused on careers in tech, the roles that you can explore, the paths you can take as a student. And like in this hall, we have undergraduates, and we also have secondary school students. So what I would tell you on that is that tech is the future, just like the commissioner had talked about. And that's why our governor is quite intentional about it. That's why he set up the Solution Innovation District. And our role, our goal is just to make sure you understand where you stand, or what your potentials are, what your opportunities are for you in the world of digital economy. The young people in the room, the secondary school students, gone are the days when courses for you to choose and study in school was only law, or what's it called now? You know, all those law, engineering. Engineering is still, not engineering, maybe medicine, what else? Pharmacy. It's good to study all those things, all those courses. But what is happening now is the doctors who run the world are now the doctors who deploy technology. The doctors who make things happen are now doctors who are embracing technology. So whether you're going to study law or you're going to study medicine, a little bit of artificial intelligence will make you a smarter doctor. A little bit of technology will make you a smarter lawyer. I have my friend here who is a lawyer. Hello, barrister. Aha. So, and he's here today because apparently he understands the importance of technology for law, right? So, what we're saying, what we're doing here today is for you to understand where we are in the world of technology, what opportunities are there for you, how you can actually leverage those opportunities. We have a panel that is going to be coming up. The commissioner also mentioned in her keynote address, the opportunities go beyond just the fact that you can get opportunity, you can get jobs easily, you can get jobs around you. But it simply means if you want to go global, you have to embrace technology. And embracing this technology that we're talking about simply means you picking up skills today. First of all, knowing the different skills available, knowing what each skill can help you do, knowing what each part creates for you, right? If you're a software engineering, what opportunities do you have? If you're a cybersecurity expert, if you're studying cybersecurity, what opportunities are out there for you? If you're in artificial intelligence, whether you're prompt engineering or you're machine learning or whatever it is, or robotics, so for you to see the end from the beginning, because that will help you to choose. Just like you know that if you study medicine, you're going to end up in a hospital or you become a public health professional. That same way, because we understand that a lot of young people, especially the students, the younger students in the hall, may not already understand this part. And that's all what you're going to be learning in this particular panel that is coming right after. So I will encourage you to please pay attention ask questions. In fact, in this hall, we reward people who pay attention. Yesterday, after the whole session, someone sitting in the hall went home with a smartphone, a brand new smartphone. And how did he win it? Because he paid attention when the speakers were speaking. And so at the end, there were questions, and then he scored the highest, and he got the phone. So you don't know what we have in stock for you today. I'm not going to say anything. So all I can say, please pay attention. And after this, the young people, the younger students, the secondary school students, as we are here right now, competitions and career conferences going on in different local governments across the states simultaneously. And then the Oka South people are in the hall. Congratulations to all of you. At least you're in Oka, so you get to be in the ICC where the main thing is happening. So we are happy to have you all here. After the conversation today, we're going to go into your own competitions. And it's all about ICT quiz competitions. We want to know how much do you know about technology? How much do you know about ICT? And so some of you sitting here are going to win 250,000, 150,000, and 100,000. That's for the secondary schools. And so the undergraduates have their own program. They have their own competition. But the bottom line is this. The future is tech. You have a great opportunity there. You can sit in Anambra, sit in your state, for those that came from different parts of the country. You can sit anywhere, in your room, in your office, and you can work for companies around the world. You can earn money in dollars, in pounds, in euros, and you can earn multiple, actually. So when you see some of these people carrying computers up and down, it's because they are working from anywhere they are. They can be working, sitting inside this hall, because they have digital skills, so they access opportunities globally. So this is what this is about. So I urge you to pay attention to the next session that is going to come on, and please ask them all the questions, because the people we are bringing on board are people who are already doing what we are teaching you, what we are talking about today. So ask them all the questions you have. And we look forward to really you joining the Anambra Digital Tribe. If you look behind you, you will see 1 million Anambra Digital Tribe. That's the new goal Mr. Governor has. And during this program, on Friday, this program, the 1 million Anambra Digital Tribe, is going to be launched. And the 1 million Anambra Digital Tribe are people who are so smart in different digital skills, so competent in different digital skills that they are productive at home and they are exportable abroad. That means we can beat our chest and tell a company in China, in the US, in India, wherever, and say, we have the skill you need in Anambra State, so come get them, bring the money. So before we can beat our chest and say that, that means you need to have learned it. So you need to join the Anambra Digital Tribe, and the only way is by being tech savvy, learning a skill, and learning it so well. And Solution Innovation District is that office in Anambra State, for instance, that the governor has brought out for you. And for those who came from different states, you can join some of the programs online. There are so many resources that the speakers are going to also talk to you about, that you're going to also learn about at the end of this session, that will help you. Because you can even learn from home. You can learn from anywhere. You don't necessarily need to go to a class to learn. But all I want to encourage you for is to be open to the opportunities. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, please another round of applause for Ms. Chinwe Okoli, Special Advisor to the Governor on Innovation and Business Incubation. Now, young people in the room, if you're taking photos and making videos and posting on social media, don't forget to follow Solution Innovation District on all our social media platforms. It's Solution Innovation District on Instagram, on Facebook. Post your pictures and videos using our hashtags AIW2024, hashtag SID. Is that okay? Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for a panel conversation, still talking about career paths in tech. We're going to be talking to brilliant minds, picking their brains, and enlightening you on what's available, what's obtainable. A lot of the things that has been said today is focused on the digital skills you can get to take yourself to the next level, to equip yourselves for the future. Ladies and gentlemen, for this brilliant panel session, please welcome Special Assistant to Abia State Governor on Digital Economy, Elizabeth Chijioke.
Abia State Governor on Digital Economy and a dynamic professional with a diverse skill set and a remarkable array of certifications. A passionate advocate for innovation and connectivity, she has spearheaded numerous successful initiatives, including training over 5,000 individuals in digital literacy and soft skills, and empowering over 3,000 business owners through the Meta Boost initiative to leverage technology for business growth. Chibuzo is an alumni of the McKinsey Forward Africa program and the Platform Young Professionals. Her leadership journey includes participating in high-impact programs like LEAP, Africa's Young Women Leadership Program. Driven by her belief in breaking boundaries, she competed in Miss Universe Nigeria 2023, advocating for women's empowerment through tech skills to enable global success. Dedicated to advancing the UN Sustainable Development Goals, she leads projects that champion a better future for all. Introducing Chibuzo Elizabeth Chijioke, a trailblazer in digital transformation and empowerment.
Fantastic, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing the next panelist, ladies and gentlemen, the Chief Technology Officer, CTO 3G's Global Connections. Please welcome Happiness Akabike.
Engineer Happiness Akabike is a trailblazing technology professional with an impressive academic background that includes a diploma in artificial intelligence and a master's degree in computer science specializing in software engineering. She serves as the Google Women Tech Makers Ambassador and lead for Anambra State, as well as the co-lead of Google Developers Group in the region. Engineer Akabike is the founder and CTO of 3G's Global Connections, an IT firm that has successfully computerized and digitized over 100 organizations. Through her dedication to empowering others, her firm has trained over 1,000 youths and facilitated job placements for more than 200 graduates. Engineer Happiness Akabike has received numerous accolades for her work, including the prestigious International Data Management Merit Award from the International University of Information Management, USA. Introducing Engineer Happiness Akabike, a visionary leader driving innovation, empowerment, and excellence in the tech industry.
These aren't just anyhow people. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause again for Engineer Happiness Akabike. Now, if you were here yesterday, you heard from him. You know how powerful he is in the world of tech and just how brilliant a mind he is. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Chief Executive Officer, Innovation Growth Hub, Daniel Chinagozie.
Daniel Chinagozie is the CEO and co-founder of Innovation Growth Hub, IG Hub, located in Aba, Abia State, Nigeria. Established in 2015, IG Hub focuses on nurturing tech startups and entrepreneurs in Nigeria's southeastern region through its network of hubs in Onitsha, Aba, Asaba, Owerri, and Umuahia. IG Hub provides mentorship, co-working spaces, business support, and technical training. The hub hosts events such as Startup Weekends, IG Hub Developers, and Netpreneurs Fellowship, and IG Hub Kids Code Camp. Daniel's work fosters innovation and entrepreneurship in a region traditionally overshadowed by larger cities like Lagos. His collaboration with local and international technology and development partners have made him a sought-after thought leader in technology, strategy, development, business incubation, and career growth. Daniel is married to Christine, and they are blessed with 3 wonderful children. Introducing Daniel Chinagozie.
And of course, to moderate this very insightful panel, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the founder, Anambra Techies, Zikora Chukwuka. The founder, Anambra Techies, Zikora Chukwuka, to moderate this very insightful panel session. Where is Zikora? Okay. I don't think Zikora is here, so I'm just going to moderate this session. Please. Zikora, nekwam kanmani no cheki. This is your final chance to take it. No? So, beautiful. Now, the topic for this panel session is pretty much what we've been talking about since day 2 started. Career paths, career in tech, roles and paths for young people. We have university students here, secondary school students here. What are the roles and paths for students? What can they do? Thank you very much. What can they do? What are their roles? What are their parts? What are the parts they can take in, in technology? I'll start with you, just a very brief intro speech. Mr. Daniel, very brief intro speech.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, my name is Daniel Chinagozi. I'm the founder and CEO of Innovation Growth Hub. Innovation Growth Hub is a technology, business, and creative incubation hub. We focus on using technology to grow businesses and helping young people build career in technology. We essentially try to fill the gap between what is done in our classes in education and what the real world needs. For example, we help people learn the skills that the industry needs, the skills that the job need in the area of technology. That's what we do. And I founded that company, and then I work with other technology experts and other developers, designers, and others to implement this project. And we started small in my sitting room, and now we've grown to have like 7 branches across.
Thank you very much. What I asked for was an intro speech on, careers in tech, which is really good. Thank you very much, Mr. Daniel. Now, I'm going to start off by asking. Now, there's a lot of technical and non-technical roles in technology when it comes to careers in tech. And a lot of people are often focused on coding, developing, front end, back end, all those technicalities. Elizabeth, can you tell us, a bit on the non-technical roles that individuals can go to, the paths they can take that are non-technical in technological innovation?
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
Okay. Welcome to this panel section. I want to welcome you especially
Elizabeth,
from my own end. So, yeah.
First, they say I should go. The Zikora is here.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Hey, thank you very much.
So for
Makana heat in the member. Zikora Chukwuka, the founder, Anambra Techies, thank you very much for saving me from my doom. No, your microphone is here. You're welcome. Hey, Jesus.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and answer the question. So some of the non-technical roles where you don't need to write even one line of code. We have the community management, where you work as a community manager. So what you do in that space is you manage, the technical people who are working, maybe a project or a learning community. You essentially know what their problems are, make sure they are learning, and then meet their needs, whatever it is. I know in Anambra, we have the 3MTT. You see what your community manager does, right? Do we have 3MTT fellows here? She's not writing code, but she's ensuring that you who is learning how to code and all of that, you have a seamless learning experience. And then we have people we call the project managers. They manage projects. So if Mr. Daniel wants to build, let's say, a product, he will get a product manager to, manage those people who are writing the codes, ensure that they do their deliverables and their milestones within the time set for it. Okay, so they just watch the process, ensure that it's going as it should, and then go on. There's so many other non-technical areas. We have the writers in the niche of digital marketing. You can be a content writer, you edit videos and all of that. Okay, you can find your niche in digital marketing, and it is also non-code. All right, so I'll just stop here so that Zikora will take over.
All right, hi guys. I can't see excited people here. Hi everyone. Can you put your hands together for yourself if you're excited, please? Please, can you put your hands together for yourself if you're excited? All right, thank you so much for that response. I think we'll be going over to happiness. Do you want to respond to that question?
Good afternoon, everyone. And in continuation to what she said, there are different roles that are not technically inclined in tech. There are various leadership roles and management roles. And I think there is a gap in the ecosystem of management role, which I felt is a community that everyone here needs to exploit. It doesn't need technical expertise. It just needs to have a deep communication mindset. You just need to be organized, following the tech trend, knowing how to apply tech to solving problems. So with that, you can see that there are so many leaders that have raised a whole lot of technical professionals in the tech ecosystem who are not even coding. I have very practical examples all around me. And when I was thinking about it, I was like, these people are actually the engineers. For instance, Mr. Daniel, my mentor here, he has raised a whole lot of tech professionals without coding. And I asked, who are really the engineers? He is the real person making the engineers and kings. Kingmakers are actually the kings. So what I'm trying to say is that the tech ecosystem is very broad to accommodate anyone with the mindset of solving problem. As long as you identify a problem that you can connect to a solution, you are very good to go. Like she has mentioned product management, she has mentioned user interface, user experience design. You also have being a consultant, which is part of what I do, like consulting for firm on how to automate using technology. It's just a matter of you understanding how to use already built products, learn the expertise in it, learn how to deploy, implement, and train on that. You can also choose to be training on technologies, different aspects of technology without coding. Okay, I have another practical example, which is Michinwe, who is leading the Solution Innovation District. She's not coding, but she's raising generation of software engineers, coders every day who are solving lots of problems. Now, if you look at it, she is also an engineer. Because what is engineering in literal sense? Engineering means trying to apply STEM in solving problem or providing solution. And these people I mentioned have actually applied STEM in a very large scale to profile solution to already existing problem. Therefore, they are tech professional. They are also software engineer because they are raising generation of software engineer. So what am I trying to bring in here is that that's mindset that it's all about coding. I don't like algorithm. I don't like coding. I don't fit into tech. Has to be destroyed. So it's a matter of you finding your passion, connect your passion to your expertise, and then solve problem, connect all of that to solution, and you are good to go. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. All right, awesome. So we've talked about like non-technical career, but I think there's an important foundation that we need to lay for somebody who is just starting out in tech. So I'll be throwing this to Mr. Chiagozie. Starting from the very beginning, right? For somebody who is just getting started into tech, can you share your own story? How did you, like she said, you're her mentor and you are highly respected in the tech ecosystem, both here in Anambra and outside of Anambra. How did you decide that, okay, tech is for me? And when did you get your big break? Because I know we all start from the ground, then eventually take up. So can you share your experience, sir?
Okay. Thank you very much, Zikora. First, let me shake one table. You don't choose a pathway of your career in tech because it's popular or because it's paying well or because that's what everybody's doing. Now, coding is the in thing. Everybody wants to code. Everyone wants to be a software developer. That's not how to choose your career in tech. How did I start? I found that I was already doing what I was doing before I found out that it was tech. Okay? I wasn't doing it like with tech in mind. I was doing like solving the problem in mind. So what should guide you in choosing the pathway you want to take in technology is what problem do you really want to solve? The problem you really want to solve will instruct the path you want to take. Let's say you see something that you see a software and you say, this is not well designed. It's difficult to you. You want to make sure people interact with products easily, or you want to make something look fine. Then you can go around design, or you want to make people's work easy. You want to make sure that developers and designers, because developers and designers don't ever agree, okay? You want to make sure that developers and designers agree very well so that their work will come out well. Maybe it will encourage you to take your career in design or in product design. For me, when I started, the first thing I learned how to do in tech was learn how to build WordPress websites. Because I wanted to start supporting businesses with technologies, okay? I wanted to help businesses build websites. I sat down and I learned how to build websites using WordPress, okay? It's basically a platform where WordPress is a platform where you don't code. It's a non-code platform. You log in and then change templates that are ready. Select a template, remove and add. So that's how I started. And started making money. And then I learned how to manage social media platforms. Open Facebook page for businesses. Because before, it was a big deal to know how to open Facebook page. Everybody had a Facebook account, but businesses will own Facebook page. So if I meet a big man, I say, sir, you carry go Facebook account. You know, I'll tell him you are more than a Facebook account. You need a Facebook page so that 1 million people can follow you and it will not, because 5,000, Facebook account is just 5,000. And then the person says, okay, do it for me. And then I sit down and I open the Facebook page through my own Facebook account and then make him admin. So automatically I am in charge. So if I go to my Facebook page, I have almost 300 Facebook account pages I helped people open. So I focused on digital marketing. Now it was when the work was increasing that I couldn't do it all alone. And I started getting developers. And I got a designer to be doing the graphics design part of the work. I got a software developer because some people want us to build some things that I couldn't build with WordPress. Then that's when I started getting developers. Okay? When I now blew was when the developers and designers were not enough. And I said, okay, you know what? Let me train a lot of developers and designers. If I have a lot of developers and designers trained, I will always have a pool of people to work with. But I can't train a software developer because I'm not one. I can't train a mobile app developer because I'm not one. You know what I did? I used my leadership skill, which is a non-tech skill, and my marketing skill. And then I brought people together. I told them, so let's go and change the world. We're going to shock the world. You are a graphics designer. You are going to train 50 other graphics designers. You train 20 other digital marketers. You train. Our first digital marketing class, I was the one that was handling it. But at a point, I'm not sure I can train again. And I'm not sure I have the patience to run a 3-month training. So the only thing I do now is I do mentorship for business owners, like the big boys and girls. They pay me a lot of money. I now do mentorship for them. But I started from one person, me, and then I added another person, a designer, then a digital marketer, then a coder. And then when the need increased, we started training more people from peer to peer. Our first ever training in IG Hub was peer to peer. We bring in someone that knows coding, and we bring in another person, and this person trains this person. So we have two people. From peer to peer, we did another training that was called Framework, when we got like 10 people and trained them on coding. From there, we now did IG Hub Developers and Entrepreneurs Fellowship. That's when we trained 100 people, okay? And most of the people we have grown in technology had passed through these programs. And for us, it was about solving our local problems. And from the motivation of solving our local problems, we were able to build technology around it. We were able to build businesses around it. And then we now said, okay, can we take this thing beyond our community? And then we started expanding it in different communities and across Africa. That is where the blowing started. Thank you.
Hands together for him. So I like how relatable his story is, and how that he started growing when he started multiplying himself, not just focusing on himself, but now transferring what he knew to other people. So we are exploring careers in tech, and so far we've seen that from all the responses of the speakers, we've seen that there are different career paths. We've heard about coding, we've heard about no code, which is like building stuff with WordPress. We've heard about design. We've heard about, there are so many more, data analysis, the cyber security, there are a lot of career paths. So I'm throwing this question to Elizabeth, right? As the special assistant to the governor of Abia State on digital economy, you most likely have had experience interacting with hubs, techies, and young people. Do the audience listening, somebody might be like, how do I start? Do I need to go and get a degree? Is a boot camp okay? So can you just provide some guidance? Somebody who is just starting out, should the person go to a university and study computer science for 4 years? Or should they probably enroll in a program online? What's the best path you recommend?
Okay, thank you for that question. Now I think during the introduction, I was trying to speak to one of you, Jennifer. I think that's her name, Jennifer. Yeah. I was speaking to her, I asked her, are you a techie? She was like, what did they do there? Right? And it made me understand that for some people, forget the big name. Forget techie, technology, everybody's. If you want to start, you just need to get interested. Sitting down here is a first step in the right direction. You're hearing these conversations. So what do you do? Where do you have interest? What kind of skill do you already have? Let's say if I'm starting, my journey into tech, like if it is me, right, I would just ask, am I good with numbers, right? Or am I good with people? So being very good with people, I will start exploring career paths in maybe digital marketing, product management, because there you're dealing with people. If you're good with numbers, you might want to do data analysis, data scientist, along those paths, okay? So for me, when I started, I think it will also shed light for some people who want to venture into tech. When I started, I had just finished a degree in the university and was waiting for, to defend our project. And the fellowship Mr. Daniel talked about, they were running it. And I'm like, okay, you know what? So while I'm waiting, let me just join. That was how my journey into tech started. I didn't do that in the university. So for some others, it could be studying computer science in school. So there is no best way. The only thing is start learning wherever you are with whatever resources available. If it's on LinkedIn Learning, if it's on Coursera, even if it's on ChatGPT. I think yesterday, one of the keynote speakers mentioned it. Just ask ChatGPT to give you, a learning module. I saw a prompt where you can ask it to send you reminders at a particular time with topics you should learn. Okay? If you see boot camps, sign up and start learning. A lot of things that I know, we are through boot camps, through fellowship. I didn't get a degree in technology to start working in that space. Okay, so if you're able to get a degree in it, fine. If you're able to learn online, do that. Join fellowships, and then most importantly, join communities. You see your Anambra Digital Tribe, Anambra Techies, Women Tech Makers. Take it seriously. You will meet people who will share resources for you for free. Like these resources, learning resources, opportunities to attend events. Be serious with it. And before you know it, and always share what you do. Share it online, be visible, let people know you are building. Okay? So oftentimes, they are not going to ask you, where is the degree or the certificate you used in learning? But they would want to see, what have you done? So build your portfolios, build your, put your work out there so that when people want to work with you, you can always send them to those spaces and they would see what you do. And then a good work always bring you referrals. And people would say, okay, yes, this person has been building for so many years. We know her, we know him. And they've been consistent with what they're doing. And if you're not on LinkedIn, this is for this secondary school student and undergraduate. Today, make sure you open one, okay? And then start putting out, today I have attended Anambra Innovation Week, put it out there, and I've decided to learn, decide what you want to learn, and then please follow me on this journey. Somebody is going to see that. They might not like, they might not comment, but people are watching. And when the time comes, they're going to say, I know someone who has, been doing this over time, and they would come for you. Thank you.
Thank you.
So much. I hope we're learning a lot. All right. So I think one key thing to take away from what she just said is, while you don't need a piece of paper to break into tech, you need proof of work. You need a portfolio. You need an evidence of your work to sell you, whether to get a job, to get referrals. So I think that's very key, and we should take and pay attention to it. So we're moving to Ms. Happiness. So we know careers, and technology is not an exemption, has its challenges. In my work, I interact with techies a lot, and they have a lot of challenges, right? So I want you to talk about your own personal challenges and how you overcome it. We can just identify one. You are making a lot of strive here in Anambra, and with your work with Women Tech Makers, GDG on HR, right? But it was not all rosy. So let's relate to some of the guys sitting down here. They want to start, but they're looking at this obstacle. You can just take one. It could be, I don't have a laptop. It could be, I have difficulty getting data. Or whatever it could be, you could just identify one and share your own personal experience. How did you overcome it? And maybe touch generally and inspire people who are like, they're not making a move because they are held back with some certain challenges. Just inspire somebody here today. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Zikora, for that question. Actually, there's usually challenges for one starting out in tech, and some of those challenges might be resources. Like when I started out, well, I have, because secondary school students are here, maybe I should tell a bit of my experience in secondary school and how it transitioned to me going to do BSc in UNN and software engineering, finally at MSc level. When I was in secondary school, I wanted to be a medical doctor. Actually, what I did was I wrote JAM for medicine, pharmacy, UNN first choice and second choice, and I made my first JAM. The first attempt, I got it. I went for post-UME. But the striking thing there, which was a gap I was missing, is because I just wanted to be a professional, like do a course that has name, not connecting it to what actually I'm passionate about. That was the initial challenge I had. Choosing the right career path was the very initial challenge I had, and it normally starts when the person is in secondary school. Like one of the person I interacted, I was trying to ask her, "What do you do?" She says she's undergraduate student. What are you doing? What do you want to become? She's very confused. I saw a lot of confusion in her expression. I said, "Well, just don't worry, sit down." I think some of those things will be clear during the panel discussion. So that confusion was in me. But then, one who is close to me, we know that I have very passion for tech. Because when I was in secondary school, I was in JSS Karo Abuja, I was the foundation member of the JET Club. How did we start JET Club? We started it as a reading club. where we read mathematics, physics, chemistry, biology. But then I'm doing JET Club. While doing JET Club, I also say I want to be a medical doctor and a pharmacist. From being a JET Club, I was still doing that. I represented my school twice in carbon mathematics competition. I was still saying I want to do medicine. So during the time I was going to graduate from school, because then in my school, we had to go through counseling session, which is mentorship. Why mentorship is very, very important, especially at your transition stage. Because there's a whole lot of crowd of confusion that could lead you, and you have a whole lot of wasted years doing what you are not passionate about or you are not talented for. Because that was exactly what would have happened to me. I would have been frustrated out of medical school. So I went for career session. The mentor met me after asking me full questions and things like that. You want to be a medical doctor and things. I said, yes, I want to. He said, do you like blood? Can you kill animals? I said, no, I hate blood. I cannot kill. I hate. He said, and you want to be a medical doctor? I said, no. He said, happiness, no. After interaction, she already know me in the school. I have spearheaded JET Club, represented the school. He said, happiness, but the way I'm seeing you, be very, very good in STEM. Why not do software engineering or something like that? I say, no. I just want to be a medical doctor because it's raining and he has fame. You know what it means to be a doctor, happiness. You know that kind of a thing. So I left. I filled down, went to school. In fact, the thing is that God helped me. Because if not, I would have gone to medical school frustrated. Because I got to UNN when I wanted to do my post-UM after going through JAM. I met Auntie Lydia, who happens to be... she's not a lecturer, but she works in computer science department. I slept in her house while trying to write post-CME. We interacted. After interaction, she said, happiness, this medicine you are doing, I'm not seeing medicine in you. What are you going to do, man? Why not do computer science? Computer science is the... She started preaching me again. I said, this computer science of it. I said, okay, what do I do currently? And I see I've... medicine and surgery is my first of pharmacy, and even I've scaled through JAM. Currently, like in my post-CME, what do you want me? She said, I can get you a change of course on my, computer science will take you first hand. I said, oh, yeah, get it. That was how I transitioned into tech. That little mentorship and guidance helped me. And there were so many challenges that wanted to stop me halfway. When I was in school, I don't have laptop. There was no internet. You know those days now. I gained admission into UNN in 2005. I don't have my personal laptop till final year. I was learning coding, but the coding, I had to go to the lab. I have to leverage on friends' laptop. How do I even do? I started learning Visual Basic and the rest of that. I was like, how do I even go about? A whole lot of discouragement setting that I even told my friend, it's like I'm wasting time in this department. Because I'm not connecting problem to what I'm doing. I see myself like I'm deceiving myself because of those challenges. It's not really that I don't like the coding or like using it to solve problems, but those challenges were really, really weighing me down. I don't have money to secure a laptop of my own. Until the final year, I got engaged to my husband who traveled to China and bought me my first laptop. That was the breaking point. I started using my personal laptop. I started coding with it. My passion continued to grow. So what am I trying to say? That in your transition to tech, either coding or non-coding tech, there are lots of challenges. And the way to go about it is that you people are very, very privileged and fortunate that you were born at a time where Solution Innovation District is operating here in the States. With so many sets of computers, you can walk in and use it free. There are so many free training. Even the laptop is not that expensive. It's almost everywhere. So what you need to do now is leverage on all this network. Continue to build bridges. That is one thing that stood out for me. I built a whole lot of bridges. Even while coding is not, there is a point where you write code, debug code, you get frustrated, you be like, what kind of a thing is this? Let me just go back and do something else and rest my brain. But then, because of the network formation we are, which is the bridges I'm talking of. When I talk of bridges, I mean human bridges. You need to build bridges, attend boot camp, attend maybe community events where you need to network and meet people doing the same thing you are doing. Because you need to leverage on their wealth of experience, leverage on their wealth of expertise to overcome this hurdle. My brother, they don't do tech alone. Tech is not a one-man show. If you definitely transition to tech and scaling it, you must build bridges, You must attend boot camp. You must attend community event like Devers, WTM, Anambra Tech. Anywhere you hear tech event, go. Because there are a whole lot to learn from it. There are people to meet. There are bridges to build. So with the mindset of, yes, I am at the transitioning stage. I need to build my bridges. I need to meet people. You need to get going. You understand? So let's kill away. Like I was interacting with someone who said, Mama Happiness, I'm going to surprise you because I'm building something. I said, this thing you are building in silence, I hope you're not building nonsense. Do you know why I bring this up? It's because a whole lot of people, especially in this community, build in silence because they approach tech with Onitsha business mindset, where they want to do their business alone, bear the risk alone, and then die and the business dies with them. So you need to build tech with the mindset of collaboration. Collaborate to build. You don't do it alone. Otherwise, you build nonsense. When the guy finished building that and he brought it to my office, I look at it, I said, finally, you have built nonsense. Because one, everything about product development has stages. From ideation stage to concept development stage and analysis. At concept development analysis, you don't need to do it alone. Because someone that knows better than you need to come in and look at this idea and look at feasibility of this idea and know if this idea has a market.
Thank you.
So at other stage now, you need some other set of people that will need to come and do the design and prototype it. You have another stage where you need to bring the engineering aspect, which is the coding aspect of it. How then do you say you are building in silence? With all these stages that you need to involve 1, 2, 3, 4 different brains. Even go to market has different set of people doing it. So you build alone, you ideate alone, you prototype alone, you go to market alone. Or more, you will not succeed.
Thank you so much, Happiness. All right. Thank you. If I let her, she can have an entire master class all by herself. So I think two very key things to take away from what she said, right, is one, the importance of persistence, right? There will always be challenges. It's the person that did not continue going that lost, right? Anybody that kept on moving in spite of challenges, there would always be those challenges. It's about moving in spite of those challenges. And finally, he said a closed mouth is a what? A closed mouth is a what? So going out, talking to people, networking, and putting yourself out there, combining it with persistence, you will definitely scale through those challenges. They said I have 30 minutes and we are far beyond time, but we can't miss this question before we now take our final words from our speaker. I'll be directing this to my boss, Daniel. So, yes, tech. Starting out today to when I start making money, how do I go about it?
Okay. If you are doing anything in technology right now, raise up your hand. Let me check the community. If you are yet to start making money from it, you are doing it, but you are not making money yet, raise up your hand. Truthfully. Okay. There are some people I'm answering to. Now, bring down your hand. Why I try to answer these questions naturally is because I relate to it. I have always wanted to solve the problem of young people that want to build technology. That's the only reason why I started IG. One of the reasons I started IG Hub. I went to a program like this to speak, and then everybody was inviting me to speak basically on entrepreneurship. How to start your business, how to grow your business. Then it was at Abia Poly. And then I had a young chap that was in school then share how they've built an app and how they needed support. And I asked the person, well, how did you build? So they showed me the laptop they used in building. You'll be wondering whether that laptop could have built anything. And then I asked them, where did you build? They said they work at home sometimes when there is light. And then when they come to school, there's an area in their school, there is Wi-Fi close to the VC's office. They will stay there. That whenever the VC comes, if they see the VC's car, the Wi-Fi will be on. Okay? And then they will go there, stay there and build. I felt bad. That was when I decided, you know what? I'm going to start an IG Hub. Now, there are, across all our communities, innovation hubs, spaces where you can go and work in while you are trying to start. And then, collaboration is key. This thing she talks about collaboration. Reach out to someone and say, how can I work with you? What can I help you do? There are a lot of young people that are working with me that are not staff of my company. And then they are working with me on one project or the other, and I'm paying them on those projects. So while you are doing learning your tech journey, develop your competencies in other things. For example, you are learning software development, but learn to volunteer. Like we had this event, and we are looking for people that will actually do real volunteering. Okay? I'm a big man, but I volunteer. I'm telling you, my big orgas do events or do one thing or the other. There's my organ that I'm responsible for everything that has to do with writing. If he has a presentation somewhere, he just sends me the topic. I work on it, put the presentation, and send to him. Okay? Now, you need to find people that mentorship is not a parasitic relationship. You find a mentor, like when big women like Happiness say I'm their mentor, is because if there is something I need done in Onitsha, where she is, and they tell me they need a lady that is in tech, and I would not even blink. I'll call her up. And sometimes she will go and finish the work. 1 week later, I've not even called her. And she will call me, so I finished. Oh, you went. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You need to make yourself available. Solve problems for people. Be help for people. Contribute to solutions. And find other things you are doing. Like while I was learning, building the tech thing, I had the office I was using was another company. Because I have skills on entrepreneurship, I told them, let me be a facilitator in your program as to teach basic entrepreneurship development course, while you give me office spaces. And then they paid me as a facilitator. So you need to also find what else you are doing that gets you ready. And then I'm going to spell something. After spelling it, you pronounce it A-P-P-L-Y. What does it mean? A-P-P-L-Y. What does it mean? You see opportunities pass you by every day. You don't apply. You see UNDP Jubilee Fellowship call. You won't apply. You see SID, this one, you won't apply. Apply for opportunities. You see battle for 100 million naira that you have not gotten in your life. You won't apply. Some people, why they have not started making money, they had access to grants. They had access to opportunities. And those things are the things that will help them grow. IG Hub have enjoyed grants. When we started, it was a struggle. The first time I got a big hall was I got a Ford Foundation grant. I went and paid for the hall. The first time we equipped our place, demarcated, was that we got a Facebook grant to train businesses across it. You were one of our trainers, exactly. And that project helped a lot of people that were growing in tech. So what did I do? That's why a lot of people call me their mentors, because I share money a lot. I got the project, and what I did, I got a lot of people as trainers, and I paid them each time they trained people. And some people started their careers in technology because they were having something to support them. So be out there. And you cannot do it when you are sitting in your house. I've visited SID, Anambra, a couple of times. And sometimes the computers are there, people are opportunities there, but you people are not using it. If you're in Onitsha, IG Hub is in Onitsha. There are a lot of hubs in Onitsha. Leverage what is available for you. In my local language, they said you won't we have opportunities that are already existing there. Leverage it and grow. Don't be proud. Don't wait until you become a unicorn. You can't become a unicorn on your own. Go and support those that are already thriving. For example, he runs Anambra Techie. Go for events. Find out who is building something. You are a UI UX developer. You are waiting for international gig. While you are waiting for international gig, there's this software developer that is building something. Volunteer for him. Work with him so that his little small pocket money he has, he shares with you. If you are waiting there were those that are waiting for me to blow because they become my friend. Foul. when the guy blows, he will think of the people that worked with him when he was small. So don't wait until you have gotten it. And let me also talk to students that are here. Please, don't think you will wait until you graduate from university or get into university before you start learning technology skill. No. Please, no. Learn tech. Even if you don't have computer, there are computer labs in your school. Even if there's no computer lab in your school, SID is here. Find a day in the week that after school, instead of going to play football, you go to a computer lab and learn something. We have a small lab, demonstration lab that's going to happen here today. After the workshop, you will hear. You will go and try your hand on something. Learn. Small. Learn. You can learn from everywhere. You must not go to a hub to learn. You can decide to use YouTube to learn. You can decide, and please find opportunities of doing something. Now, it's possible when you are learning coding, you are making plantain chips, or you are doing chin-chin, or you are doing one other thing, so that you are feeding. Because you know you are a Nigerian. This is not Silicon Valley, where you go to the hubs and you see food and drinks in the hub. In our hub, there's no water. We just provided the basic thing we have. So live in our reality. You need money to pay yourself, transport for yourself during the 3 months or 6 months you are learning. It's possible when you finish learning in the day, in the evening, you understand? You sell something because you are taking a journey. It's a journey. Everybody says it's a journey. So, and when it's not like a sprint, you want to run, no. Don't think in terms of blowing. You are not a Yahoo boy. You're not thinking in terms of doing all those bad things. You want to build a career and an institution. And if you want to do that, know that it will take time. Agroga agoge. You will be hungry sometimes. I'm not joking. There are sometimes you will be broke. You don't even have money to enter transport. Stay at home. Read. Look for, I'm telling you, take the journey. It's not all of us that will have big opportunities happen to us immediately. Some of us, it will take longer time. Some of us, it will take you longer years. While your opportunity is coming, if someone is already up there, go and support the person. It's not all of us that can be in government. Why she's in government? She's in government today. She's essayed to governor on, and anywhere I can support her. Despite the fact she learned in IG Hub, but she's my boss today. I go to her and say, ma, how can we help you? Not joking. When another person is on top, use your skill, influence, and support the person. We rise by lifting others. It's not only in order, even in tech. If someone is senior prefect or jet club prefect, come together, support the person, build something while you are in school. You cannot miss it if you are interested in growing. And if your startup has not scaled, find other people that have scaled, contribute to them, support them. Till today, there are companies I support to bring in their products and services into Southeast. You know, if I find out that they are doing well, I say, can I represent you into Southeast? They say yes, I start representing them. If you find someone that is doing well in Enugu and he's not in Oka or in Onitsha, you ask the person, can I be your distributor? Can I bring your startup into Onitsha? He says yes, and you are helping the person while building your own. Am I communicating? Am I making sense? Okay, thank you.
Hands together for him. Awesome. There's so much value being shared here on this stage. And I think one key statement he made is we rise by lifting others. I want everybody to do something here. Before we take the final thoughts from our speakers, can you just take something you've learned here and share to 5 of your friends? That friend you invite for tomorrow's event or even to start coming here can be the person that will blow and that will lift you up. So can you just quickly share that now before we take our final thoughts from our speakers? So, Happiness, do you want to share your final thoughts? Very actionable, 1 second. For somebody wanting to start his career today, what should they do? Leaving here from now. Just straight to the point.
Okay, and thank you for that, Siskora. The first thing I would want everyone to do is to, 1, find what you are passionate about. 2, connect it to a solution. You should start out with your passion, connecting your passion to a solution, and 10, volunteer. Prove your competence through voluntary roles. Again, the first USD I earned, that was 2016, was because I volunteered to do something for an Indian man. How did it all start? I was first trained on ERP software deployment by the Indians, and it happens that they haven't penetrated Nigeria then. And they got a client here. They were like, Happiness, can you help